Welcome back to Nollywood on Radio, and we have our first guest seated comfortably in our studios. You know, the first day I met her, I was wondering, who is this person? Now, the husband is a very close egmo to me. I said, that's my wife. I'm like,
it's not possible.
It is impossible. Now, somebody that has done this a lot like this, and how come I don't know her? Like, she's just like that.
And the energy is contagious.
Honestly.
Have you ever seen her at an event?
You know, I'm happy that we're able to draw out and she actually came through for us. This person I'm talking about, she's a broadcast executive. She's a filmmaker. She's a talent and event manager. She runs a film festival, one of Nigeria's longest film festival, with her husband. I'm talking about no other but Mrs. Tope Duka. And she's a true Lagosian like myself.
Oh, come on.
I have to put that.
Her birthday was last week.
It was just last week. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here. At some point, I was wondering, is it me they're talking about? You know, but I must say, it's good to be here. And I'm happy doing this today.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I said something earlier on that I'm happy that you actually came through for us because you're the backscene person. You know, a lot of people do not know you. They see your works most time, except for the people in the industry. But the viewers on TV, on what do we call them now? Cable, blah blah platforms, YouTube and all that. They see your works, but they don't know the face. Unlike the actress right in front, the actors right there. Tell us how it all began for you. Were you once an actress, you know, before deciding to take the back seat and walk from behind?
Interesting enough, for somebody like me, I started as a journalist.
Wow.
Okay, so I went to NIJ, and somewhere along the line, I met my husband. We were classmates. And at this time, he was already in film.
Okay.
So my first contact with film was through him. And I think my first major in film, let me not call it major, I'll call it a minor. He's the popular Waka Pass.
Waka Pass, okay.
So I had a Waka Pass.
For his film?
Yes, for his film. And I think that was in 1995. Yes. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of being in front of the camera.
Okay.
Not because I'm shy, but because I enjoy my privacy. I like to have my private, my me time. I don't want to be in the faces of everybody. You know, I want to be able to just wake up and walk into that buka and just eat the way I like. I want to walk on the street and nobody's pointing or chasing after me, or I have to put loads of money in my purse just because I have to just dole out some monies to some, maybe some rare boys or some fans out there. So I just like my private time. So, okay, so for me, my journey in the industry, I've probably gone through all the ranks because, I started off doing work pass. Then gradually I started writing scripts. Then at some point I did costuming. Then at some point I did makeup. And for me, makeup was really something I actually, wanted to do. I even went as far as traveling abroad, going to makeup stores because I was very keen on VFS. I also liked the fact, VFX rather, I liked the fact that I wanted to, take it to the next level, whereby makeup just goes beyond powder and, the lipsticks and all that. I wanted the next level. So I did that for a while, and I worked with quite a lot of people. I worked on so many films. I worked on even TV shows. I worked on the likes of, I don't want to call brands, So, but I did quite a lot too for TV, outside of working with my husband. But of course, we worked together a lot. So from makeup, I went into production properly, being a producer. So I produced a lot of our films. I produced probably, arguably, but I know it's probably the first children's reality TV show called Kids Alone. So I produced that. And also several movies, TV productions, El Dorado, Girls Next Door, Images, quite a lot. And then, finally, now I direct movies because I think I've garnered enough experience. And currently I've directed close to 10, 12 films in the last number of years. So for me, it's been a journey. But I think there's been some progression. It's not something that I just bumped into. It's not something that just happened.
It was a
by
growth.
chance. So yeah, so it's a progression for me, and I think well, I'll call myself an all-rounder. But even at that, because of this social media age, I've had to crawl out of my shell.
Yeah.
So I'm no longer that snail that is stuck in the shell. I'm gradually crawling out. So now I'm beginning to feature in movies. Nothing major, because that's not my forte, and that's not what I really want to do. But I just feel, because these days people really need to know you. They need to be able to put a face to the person that is doing whatever it is you think it is. I think it's just important. So these days I get to just feature, maybe just one or two things, because for social media now, you churn out something very beautiful, but because people cannot relate to who you are, they don't know you, it takes a lot of energy for you to actually win the hearts of people, regardless of whatever your content is.
Okay, so I'm happy you said that, because, yourself and your husband, by the way, our husband is the ebullient
Mr. Fidelis Duca.
Fidelis Duca. You both...
And he was on the show.
Yes, he was on the show
2 months
previously.
ago.
You both have maintained a level head such that most couple, in Nollywood, in film, or in entertainment generally, are unable to maintain that level-headed relationship, as well as in the industry. I marvel at the way your colleagues, when you meet at events or on set, I marvel at the way they're all over you both and all that. And I begin to wonder, was it a conscious effort by both of you? Or it's just... you decided to take this strategy as if you're in Big Brother house?
Okay, so interesting. I like that question. It's just juggling my mind. Okay, so this is the thing. For me, I think it's just very natural, and I think one of the reasons why that is, like I told you, I gave you a premise. We met in school.
School, yeah.
So it wasn't a case of love at first sight.
Okay.
So it wasn't a case of boy meets girl. So we were first classmates, then we became friends, then from friendship we became lovers, then from lovers we became husband and wife. So
all this took how many years? The progression from
classmates to
husband and wife.
3 years.
Wow. Impressive.
Okay, so you see, for me in relationship, I think the key thing is friendship.
Okay.
Friendship is very paramount. For me, I always tell people that love is secondary. Most times people bring love first, but I think friendship, because if someone is your friend and you truly consider that person your friend, then you would like that person. And I think liking somebody is stronger than loving somebody. So I think, so first and foremost, I think it's just the friendship. So on first contact with us, the thing you'll see, you'll probably not even see love, but you just see that these two people just kind of sync. It just happens. It's just a natural thing. It's not a conscious decision or an effort or something that we'll sit at home and we drop it. We write up a script and say, you see, we're going out today, so this is what we have to do. So it's just friendship.
Because I noticed that there are times when you are unavailable, maybe on job, or you're unavailable to attend event, and your husband is there. Almost everybody's let's talk now. Let's talk. And then you're wondering, can't he just go out? So that was why I asked, that question. Now, and I mean, you've been able to give me an answer and an idea of
As
why.
a matter of fact, you brought me here.
Interesting.
So
interesting. Now, I now understand why you both, do business together
and gel.
Also, and gel very well. Now, that takes me to film festival. You both run the longest film festival in Nigeria, the Abuja International Film Festival, and it's been on for over a decade.
This is the 21st year.
21st year. So 2 decades and running. How have you survived? Knowing fully well that this is my husband, we are doing work, but at the same time, while working, you have to forget he's your husband. This is business now. How have you been able to do that?
To be candid with you, I'm very good at that.
Okay.
When we are in the office, it's not my husband. As a matter of fact, if you are a staff and maybe in the course of conversation, you refer to me as wife, you are in trouble.
Wow.
Maybe you say, "Oh, so your wife said," so you are in trouble. Because for me, I tell people once we enter the office, I'm a different person. So once we get back home, I become Mrs. I become whatever it is he calls me at home. Do you understand? So, but in the office, I am not that person. Not at all. And even in the office, we have our own moments as regards business. There are some things that we would come up with, and maybe I just feel that it's not something that is going down well with me. Like as regards most of our business, I handle marketing. Well, we're both filmmakers, but he's more artistic.
Okay.
I am artistic and I like the money too. So you see, there are times I could be like, okay, let's just do this. This person is offering this, let's just take it. And I'm like, no. No. And he'd be like, no, we need to take this now. And I'm like, no. Because if we take this now, more of this will keep coming. I would rather let it go. Then when they are serious, whenever they come in the next time, they know that these are our principles and this is how we run the business. Do you understand? So for me, working together is completely different from where we are to completely.
Okay. So
and I also respect our boundaries, because sometimes you might be in the office and there are lots actually, but it's always important to just respect boundaries.
So last question for me before Tomi, because Tomi is waiting to ask a question. Last question for me, and curiosity made me ask this. You said,
are you his bae? Are you his bae?
So you said he called, and whatever he calls you at home.
These things we need to learn. We need to learn. We need to learn.
Okay. I want to pass.
Okay, so we'll let you have that. You play the fifth, and we'll give you that. But my question,
she used to be a journalist.
I mean,
so it's understandable.
So there's this question that has been burning through my mind since you said that you've been in 21st year now. You started film festivals at the time when film festivals were not sexy in Nigeria. Now it's easy to see a festival and want to attend. Everybody wants to attend. Festivals are the new hot thing in Nigeria. But you started at a time that people didn't even understand what a film festival was. And the films that people show at festivals are not the kind of films that are mainstream. What was it like starting? And then what was the inspiration behind it? Why did you choose to start at that time?
Okay, so at the time we started, I think that was in 2004. Like you said, it wasn't very popular at the time.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons why we decided to set up a film festival was because we had gone to several film festivals before ours. We had gone to the Cannes Film Festival on many occasions. So we had witnessed the effects of a film festival, what it actually does to the film industry. So we decided to, of course, replicate the same thing in Nigeria. So we started the Abuja International Film Festival. And one of the reasons why we chose Abuja at the time, considering the fact that we live in Lagos, was because we looked at Nigeria at the time and we felt, okay, if it's actually going to be an international film festival and we'll be expecting visitors, filmmakers from outside of the shores of Nigeria, where would probably be the most suitable place that people would want to visit? Okay, so we said, okay, Abuja. Abuja at the time was still very virgin, beautiful, beautiful scenery, and coupled with the fact that at the time you could be rest assured that there were several hotels for accommodating foreigners at the time. So Abuja was still very open at the time. So we just felt Abuja was a beautiful place to start the film festival. And we also looked at it that it was a beautiful holiday spot for filmmakers as well. People coming from Asaba, coming from Lagos, Enugu, for filmmakers too. Because, what does a film festival majorly, what it majorly does is actually, to create a networking platform while you're also enjoying yourself. It's an holiday spot. That's why you see at festivals, you also see things like parties, because of course most deals are actually signed at parties. So for us, Abuja was beautiful. A lot of filmmakers would want to get out of Lagos, out of their comfort zone, and we just felt, okay, where's that place, Abuja? If you look at the Cannes Film Festival, it's in France. but it's not in Paris. Reason is because Cannes is more or less a very quiet town, beautiful place, but very serene. So,
Okay.
which was one of the reasons why we chose Abuja.
So I'll throw one question at you, and you must answer in 1 minute because we are solidly out of time.
I'll try because I like to think before answering
Okay.
questions.
So we've seen women now, women who are doing fantastically in the big screens. It's as if women have taken over the cinema. In fact, I think the highest grossing films now belong to women. When are we going to see you do a big screen film? That's one. And then, is that in the plan anytime soon? I mean, within this year, next year? What are your plans as a filmmaker going forward?
Okay, so currently my films are on YouTube, and I've heard people say a lot about being on the big screen. For me personally, I feel that we all have our different interests, and I don't think everybody can be on the big screen. And you see, like I always tell people, we all have our niche. We all cater to different people. Some people cater to those that I don't want to call them. Let me look for the best word to describe it. The mass market.
Okay.
Some people cater for the elites. So for me, I'm very comfortable on YouTube. I'm not thinking of the big screen anytime soon. And again, I do commercial films.
Okay.
And I'm looking like my people, Yoruba people will say, and I'm going to say it here. Hopefully, I can interpret in English. Onipe owo mekuno, owulowo wa. Money is in the hands of the poor.
Of the masses,
Of the
basically.
Masses. Thank you. That's a better word. Money is in the hands of the masses. Owo mekuno olowo wa. So you see, whatever it is we do, yes, in as much as you are looking at, I'm on the big screen, the recognitions, eventually, it still boils down to satisfaction and reward. So am I getting reward? Yes. Am I getting satisfaction? Yes. So you see, so for me basically it's about fulfillment. Am I fulfilled on 100? So if it happens for the big screen, fine. But currently it's not in my pipeline. Even if you bring the money, let's see. But I feel that it's just another craze for us in Nollywood. Everybody on the big screen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Tope Duka. We're happy. Now we've completed the cycle.
Yeah.
We did with the husband, now we have the
you.
wife.
And we hope
Maybe the children one of these days. Thank you very much for coming to our studios.
And we
Mrs.
hope that the
Dr.
next time we ask
Thank
you,
you.
you'll show up for us.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. By the way, just before we go, I have a new film screening on YouTube, and it's called Ego. Ego is screening on. Should I mention the platform?
Yes,
Okay, so it's screening on Yoruba Premium Plus. Please, pretty please, go and see. Thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you.